Aquarius, serious glowing energy coming through your reading, but of course it is not without standing on your ground, right? Let's get into it, guys. We're going to do a spiritual check-in for the energy upcoming. If you want personal reads, you can check out my profile page and let me know if you have any questions and claim it down below if it resonates, all right? I see wealth transfer, the great escape, all right? There's something you are thinking about when it could be about wealth, could be about houses, could be about escaping a situation, okay, to lead you to better prosperity, better energy. And I see you guys right now, introspection came out. That is all about paying attention to detail, deciding what goes and what stays, okay? Journaling, making room for new energy, for new things in your life. Now, I see the bad wolf, and this one, be the bad guy and stand on your boundaries. You are the weapon. People fear what they can't understand. Heroes, heroines always painted out as the villain, okay? And this is basically about when you sometimes when you're taking care of yourself and doing good for yourself, other people try to criticize you, all right? And I'm seeing hush, which is all about double standards, using logic over emotions. You can't control how people act, abolishing the hierarchy. There may be some situation that you're breaking out of that people are going to give their 2 cents, and you really need to not care. That's really what's coming out. I mean, it's crazy as a kid. Obviously, there's certain situations you have to be diplomatic, we'll say, but at the same time, I'm getting destiny, reach for the stars, tap into your most abundant energy, regroup, reflect. There's something about Destiny Avenue, something more, I don't want to say fated, but something where your guides are trying to push you there, regardless of what people are saying, all right? So, bottom of the deck, I also see confidence boost, marching to the beat of your own drum, greatest of all time. You're going to be feeling very good. And the alchemy, okay, you're taking whatever pain any of this caused you and making it into something great, or taking the lessons that you learned from this cycle and turning them into great. So you will be marching to the beat of your own drum, and living your truth is really what's coming out here. Okay, that's what's some type of energy you're escaping, whether it's people around you or it's your own internal fears from the past of how you were judged before. That looks like a lot of you will be overcoming. Okay, Spirit, talk to me for Aquarius. What is coming up with this energy? And a general reading, guys, so it's going to resonate different ways for you guys, okay? Spirit, talk to me for Aquarius, our water bearers, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. What are we doing here? Six of Wands, getting a lot of attention, all right? Victory, feeling accomplished about something, overall energy. And I see making plans and waiting, okay? But with conviction. All right, so good energy. Let me see what else we got here. The Hermit, okay? Sometimes you have to fly solo, finding your inner light. And I see Four of Pentacles. Now, it wanted to come up in reverse, and I normally don't do reversals, but with all these changes, the Four of Pentacles can sometimes be saving money or acquiring more money as a side note. But in reverse, it's also guarded energy and stubbornness. A lot of you maybe letting go of all of that that you were holding on to, okay? That stubborn energy, maybe making changes, changing your mindset about something after this reflective period, after this introspection where you find that inner light. And there we go. 10 was the 10 of Wands, so that is doing whatever you can. And you may have some stresses. We see people double standards, you can't control how people act, but this is you taking on these bricks, right, to get to a better life. Even though it can be a stress card, you're doing whatever you can to get to this better life. Let me see. This feels strong. Queen of Swords. Here we go again. Setting boundaries, speaking truths, listening to sometimes. And I see Eight of Swords. Lots of people cutting out of things, restricting them. The victim mentality, feeling stuck. Sometimes being victimized, literally. You know what I mean? Depending on your situation. And I see the Five of Cups. There's some regrets here. I feel like a lot of you might have. I got this feeling, and they're showing me like a burning fire, a burning star, where a lot of you may even regret smothering that fire, whatever it was, whether it was a passion to go after a career or to move or to change careers, relationships, whatever it is, it's like some type of burning energy. And some of you may be in regrets, or it's a haunting loss. But I do see the Lovers, and the Lovers is a choice to make, a choice of the heart. And the advice is always to do what's best for your heart at the end of the day, because that is what counts the most at the end of your time, right? So that's also love and healing here. And I see Seven of Cups. All right, we have options. We're confused, deciding what cup for us. Page of Swords, learning, spying energy, maybe a message coming through. And I see Temperance, something about healing, okay? Moderation, smoothing out tensions. And the Emperor. Okay, there you are now. All right, stepping into divine masculine energy, regardless of gender. That is like goat energy, greatest of all time. That Emperor energy that is making power moves, being your own boss, owning the room. You know, it's like, and it's also, if you're making plans, it's like controlled plans. We see you victory in making plans. The Emperor takes action, but he doesn't always just jump and leap like a knight. You know what I mean? It's controlled movement, but it's still action. Aries energy, taking a stand on something, feeling in control of your life. If all these other people were not, and you may be making power moves to something that's better. But I do have a Knight of Swords in the bottom of the deck that is rushing energy. But you're rushing after reflecting, after restoring, okay? And then I see the sun, okay? Happiness, clarity, success, good things coming to you overall, like, you know, positive and things coming to light. You know, we have endings here. Lots of people are headed for endings of cycles here in the zodiac so far, with the messages coming through from the divine grapevine. All right, Aquarius, best of luck to you. I hope those messages helped.